Huddah the boss chick calls out Tiwa Savage, says she's sleeping around with married men for dollars. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Gigi. Let's jump right into it. So Tiwa is currently on tour in the US. And you know Tiwa now, you know how she likes to take a break or to pause during her concerts to tell stories. You know, that was how she was there was a video in circulation where Tiwa was saying that she does not need a man, or she does not need a man just because of money. Basically, she ended the video by saying she's looking for a man that will add to her funds. So she started out saying she's not looking for a man because of money, because she has her own money. And then she ended the video by saying she is looking for a man that would add to her funds. So let's take a look at the video.
So I was telling my stylist, I was saying, Tokubo, it's not that I'm just looking for a guy that has money, because I have money too. I'm taking my own money, don't get it twisted. If you do anyhow, I'll get into my Lambo and right? So all I'm saying is we gotta match our energy. You gotta match my energy, right? So from now on, we are looking for someone to add to our fund. What we don't already have. Everybody say period.
And then in reaction to Tiwa's video, Huddah made some social media posts. Let's take a look at her posts to see. So the first one says, the irony. It's true, nothing like your own money as a woman, but I won't an under 40. Guys, I'm reading as written. I won't an under 40 plus runs woman lie to me. So I guess she's trying to say I won't let an over 40 plus runs woman lie to me. She's lying to you all when she F's married men for dollars. Have your own, but accept a man who has and is giving too. That man who exposed her X-rated tape pays for P and many others, and don't come for me. And then she made another post saying, don't come on the internet and act like a saint when the street knows you. The audacity. And then she made another post where she said, I love females that speak reality, but don't advise women to stoop low and not want a successful man when you're chasing and sleeping with people's husbands for dollars. And then she put 4 laughing emojis. And then she posted again. She said, and don't you all say I'm jealous of Tiwa Savage. Laugh out loud. Because I like her music, but she doesn't inspire me. I don't see anything as a woman she has that I want. I don't want to be a certain age still running the streets and shaking body until it breaks. That's not what I want for myself. But if that's what you all want, good, we move. We have different priorities. But as black women, you all know what you all want deep down eventually. And she is not yet the image of that. Maybe one day. So that was what she posted, though. That was what Huddah posted on social media. You know, this kind of wahala wear cover shoe. I been a sandals she wear. This kind of wahala wear fine sandals, because I don't know how somebody will be drinking Panadol for another person's headache. So let's take a look at some of the fan reactions. Trust social media. People must always react. So the first user says, see as person carry another person matter for head. Another person reacts by saying, Huddah, rest in Jesus' name. Another person reacted by saying, tackle her for what? Tackle her for her own preference, meant or what? Which means mental, I guess. Another user says, it's her choice though. You either respect it or get out. Another user says, The water wey dem take baff dis girl when dem born her na hatred water. The next person said, "Who is this one?" Another follower said, "Misery always needs company. Huddah, I would have said heal, but you are past healing. Continue to make yourself feel better however you can." Then another user posted, "She said what she said, period." Another one said, "Auntie, mind your business." So what do you guys think? Oh, how do you people see this matter on ground now? How do you see this matter on ground? Huddah, what is your point? Because it's from your social media post, it's very clear you do not understand the message in Tiwa's video. Because you and Tiwa are basically saying the same thing. You're basically preaching the same message. So Tiwa basically said she has her own money, right? So she said she was talking to her stylist and that she has her own money. She said it's not that she's just looking for a guy that has money because she has her own money. She said if the guy does anyhow, she will just enter her Lambo and leave. That all she's saying is that the guy should match her own energy. So from now on, she's looking for someone that will add to her funds. So she's not coming out to say she does not want a guy without money because she has money. Rather, what she's saying is that she is not prepared to take any nonsense just because the guy has money. Because she has her own money too. So if the guy does anyhow, she will just enter her own Lamborghini and drive off. You know, it's her levels. So she's trying to say she's not prepared to take any nonsense just because one man thinks he has money somewhere. And basically, that's what you try to say in your own social media post by saying date guys with money. So for those who don't know Huddah, let me give you a bit of her background. So Huddah is a Kenyan. She's a Kenyan socialite basically, and she has a massive following on social media. She gained popularity after she participated in Big Brother Africa 8 in South Africa. So even though she did not emerge as the winner, she did not win the show, in her year, but she managed to gain fame not only in her country but around the world. So that's good. She made use of the platform very well and became big. She became a big scales basically. So she appears wealthy and flashes the good things of life in social media, an impression that makes many think that she comes from a rich family. But that's not the case. So Huddah had very humble beginnings. Her father died at a very young age and she was raised by her mother and her stepfather. And Huddah the boss chick, as she's called, she's fondly known as Huddah the boss chick. She describes her childhood as very volatile and she even ran away from home at some point. However, following her rise to fame and the exposure she got from the Big Brother Africa show, she managed to make good of her life and to elevate her family from poverty. So that's good. That's commendable. That's a good thing. So the boss chick is not just famous. She's also rich. I heard she's very rich. I heard she has money. So aside from her modeling, Huddah is a big farmer. Word on the street is that she owns 10 acres of land in Kenya where she cultivates various food crops that are widely sold in the Kenyan markets and even exported to some nearby countries. So she's a boss. She's a boss. So this same Huddah, the boss chick, has always been accused of immorality herself. So her own cup is not clean. She has always been accused of immorality herself. This was after she posted controversial pictures on social media. So it's kind of surprising that she's now the one calling out Tiwa after being on the receiving end of social media dragging, you know. So if I now ask, let me now, if I call Huddah now, ask her, Huddah, tell me, oh, will you follow a poor man? Can you date a broke man? What do you think she would say? Obviously, she would say no. So why are you beefing Tiwa when Tiwa is saying she doesn't want to date a man just for money? But last, because she has her own money, oh, but last, whoever she will end up with will add to her funds. It's the same thing basically. Because Huda once mentioned in one of her social media pages that she cannot have a Kenyan man as a boyfriend because Kenyan men are stingy. She said Kenyan men are stingy with money. That's why she's not dating a Kenyan man and she will never have a Kenyan man as her boyfriend. She even went as far as advising her followers, her female fans, not to date Kenyan men. The girl is brutal, you know. So it's almost the same thing basically. It's almost the same thing. She has her own money, but yet she wouldn't date a man who is stingy. So she's still looking for a man that will add to her own funds. So tell me, which girl wants to start with a broke man? Which girl wants? Gone are the days when girls will be saying, he has potential, let me manage with him, let me build with him, he has potential. In the future he might blow. Gone are the days, because was it not before our eyes that Yul Edochie took a second wife after so many years of building with May? Many years of suffering and building with May. There was even a throwback picture I saw of Yul and May. My dear, if you see that picture, if you see how Yul was dry, yet May was with him. So would this his new wife, this is wife number 2, Judy, would she have followed him then as a broke man with nothing? Would she have agreed to be a second wife to a broke man? Now that he's fresh and fine, with some change in his pocket, he ran to marry a second wife because he feels he can now afford it. Look at Adekas and Mercy Aigbe now. It's the same story. His wife started with him from scratch. They built together. He became a boss and decided that his money can marry him a celebrity. So I don't blame Tiwa for wanting a man that can match her pockets. And I don't blame anybody that has made the decision not to start or struggle or build with a man. It's your choice, It is, you make that decision as an adult. Make the decision for yourself, whatever suits you. No one should be the judge of anyone else's decision. Whatever suits you, it is your own choice. Make that decision for yourself and then be responsible for whatever outcomes you see. Basically, that's my take on it. So Huddah, let me ask you, are you cloud chasing? Are you using Tiwa to cloud chase? Because if you want to call Tiwa out on the streets of social media saying that she's sleeping with married men, then you better come correct. Come with your receipts. Where are your receipts? Is he your married man she's sleeping with? Tell us so, because we self our procol too much. We self we want to know. Is there something there? Is there something? Do you know the married man? Is he your married man she's sleeping with? Please, if it's your married man that she's sleeping with, please tell us. But some people can look for trouble, honestly. People can look for trouble. This is a typical case of yanga they sleep and trouble go wake them up. Wow. Tiwa should not just answer her, Sha. If I were Tiwa, I would not bother answering her, because I'm sure it will give Huddah a lot of joy if Tiwa does. Anyways, I trust Tiwa. She's very, very good at ignoring naysayers. Was it not Tiwa that was ignoring Sheyi in them days when Sheyi was using Tiwa's name to do yeye, and even went as far as doing a diss song for Tiwa? Until Tiwa jammed her in the salon. She now wanted to form friends with Tiwa and even stood up from her seat to go and greet Tiwa. That was how Tiwa put her in her place. Sharp, sharp. Tiwa told her, Sheyi, in your dirty, stinking life, never ever greet me outside anywhere you see me. It almost led to a physical fight. Oh, it trended very well. I think that was last year it happened. It trended very well because it happened in a salon. So Tiwa will just ignore you, but when she runs into you, she probably will give it to you, Huddah. Just watch your back. So back to Huddah's gist, Jerry. So Huddah brought up Tiwa's X-rated tape in her post. But was it not Huddah's semi-nude photos that flooded the internet not long ago, attracting massive negative reaction on social media? She even came out to explain that provoking the public was not one of her intentions, so pointing out that the nude photos were meant for commercial purposes in line with her modeling career. Anyway, at the end of the day, they are both saying the same thing basically. They are both saying they can't date broke men. You know, Huddah says she cannot date a stingy man. Tiwa says she's looking for a man that will add to her funds. So Huddah, rest, I beg. Rest. And if you don't have any receipts, don't call out anyone. All right, my people, I'll leave it here. Share your thoughts in the comment section. I would like to hear from all of you. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more celebrity gist and gossip. Remain stunning, stay positive, and bye.